One. Hello, welcome to Masha's House of Charms. My name is Masha, and the noise you're hearing in the background is my daughter Kira, who will be editing my first attempt to a podcast. And I really hope I'm doing okay. If I'm doing okay, I've done something that will make myself proud. That will make me proud. Bad English. Anyway, I've been meaning to start this for about a month and a half now, and that has more to do with the promise I made my mom at the end of November, beginning of December, which was that I would stop starting for a while and actually start finishing projects that were either on my hook or on my needles. And right. She didn't even ask if she could have them, but
I'm just eating my food.
Yeah, right. Anyway, so I will start off with my works in progress, which suddenly I should have probably explained the bit about the promise a bit more. I literally have a list of projects, works in progress, UFOs for crocheting that is technically a mile long, I guess, whereas my knitting list is actually growing because I want to start just all the things. I've always been like that. I like starting, I like finishing. I just don't like the bit in between apparently, because that's when I look for new things to start. And I really would like to finish things this year. So I am going to make myself finish things. Having said that, I've been chosen to test knit, so yeah, I have to start that preferably today, but I will talk about that in a second. I will predominantly talk about crochet since that is the biggest list and is the most work that I have to do. And also I'm more a crocheter than I am a knitter, although I'm leaning towards knitting more nowadays than I was, let's say, a year ago. Knitting will be second, and I will add in some cross-stitching somewhere along the line and diamond painting. And I will also hopefully talk about some writing that I'm trying to pick up again, because I really would like to finish at least one story this year, at least have one manuscript ready to either send to someone who will go through it with a fine-tooth comb, if that's the word I'm looking for, or at least have it finished enough to say I'm done. And yeah, but that will always be interesting. I guess now would be a great time to talk about my works in progress. I have to be completely honest, the work in progress that I kind of wanted to show at first is a finished object, because I finished it today, which is a good thing because that project had been on my hook since the beginning of August, and that is a very, very long time. Not as long as many of my UFOs, but I wanted him finished most of all. So I'm gonna skip on to my Christmas knit crocheting, which is living in a project bag by Bent Needle Designs. I've forgotten the name of the project bag, but I'll put a link to her Etsy shop in the description box below. It is a project that I have started in December after the promise I made my mom, and I've finished one of the Tomte Christmas things, Christmas baubles. So that means it actually got put away with Christmas decoration. I want to finish these as soon as I can, which should have been as soon as this month is over, but something else came on my way. Like I said, I like to start stuff. I have started the smaller Tomte, and I will try to work on that. I guess I will try to work on my baubles whilst I go to work. I think that would be a very good idea to do, because I can take this with me in this bag with me in my work bag. Yeah. My second work in progress is a sweater, and it is in a beauty case. Forgive me for that. This one has been on the needles for, I don't know, year and a half. I want to go 2 years now, because I really didn't like the way it looked. But I've actually been I finished the back panel, and I am enjoying knitting on it when I can, so I hopefully will finish this one soon. It's a 1x1 rib. It's the buttercream sweater by weareknitters.com, and so is the yarn. The yarn is also from weareknitters.com, and it's the petite wool, and it is the 100% Peruvian Highland wool, whereas the Tomte was Scheepjes Katona, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot. Let me have a look at that one, so I have to go back to that one. This is me, by the way. I go back and forth, can go on a tangent, and end up where I need to go in the end. Yeah, Scheepjes Katona, and this is color 387. I guess I could show that one already. I have to also create a Rudolph small bubble and a bigger bubble, so that's gonna be fun. And I also need to finish a Rudolph wreath, which is actually not sitting next to me for one odd reason, probably because I can't reach, and you know. I am also working on a sock, my very first sock, and this has been restarted for the 3rd time, so wish me luck on that. I am enjoying the pattern. It's just that I actually managed to get to the toe on one occasion and realized that I needed to keep myself busy in getting the yarn on the right needle size, and I was not working it up on the right needle size at that point. This is living in my Crafty Cats Creations project bag. I bought it somewhere around Halloween, and it still fits with me, so it's not gonna go anywhere soon. I have another project bag, but I'm not gonna show it because I figured that still that is a little box of crochet, and I'm still gonna do a month of little boxes of crochet. I'm just gonna scoot that over until I've finished my test knitting for Knits Please UK over on Instagram. I don't know how much I can tell you about that test knit, about that sweater, but I'm gonna start that when I finish recording. So I'm gonna go into finished objects now, and then I will talk about the 2 new yarns that rolled in this week. So first off is my Harley hair. I crocheted this up for a friend of mine, and I still have to hear from her if she likes it or not. It is a pattern by Den Dennis, and I enjoyed crocheting him up very much. I have forgotten what yarn I used. This is really bad. I will put that in the description box as well. I'm not really that prepared. I don't even know how to create show notes, so if this doesn't look like anything, I really am sorry about that. Anyway, my second finished project is this little red panda, which is Wonder the Wanderer. I've dubbed him so because he's been wandering quite a bit. At first he came with me to work in August, and this, by the way, is the project I was talking about that was finished today. I only needed to do a few more rounds on his tail and then he was done. He's been partially living legless for the greater part of 3 months, and then I decided to just finish. Roughly around the same time that I made my mom promise I would actually continue on finishing stuff. I've also finished a children's beanie since, and a shawl and a cowl, but the shawl is living in my coat. The cowl is being blocked, and I'm not that proud of the beanie, so I'm leaving that one out. But yeah, Wonder is going to be living in our bedroom tonight, from tonight on. Really happy about that one. And yes, she is definitely not quiet. I don't know. Yarn acquisitions. Which one should I start with? Knit Crate or the other one? Number 1, Knit Crate? Oh, now she's not talking anymore. Alright, so my Knit Crate came in. When did it come in? I want to say I had to work Friday. It came in on Friday. Yeah, it did come in on Friday. Last Friday, and I opened it up and I asked my daughter, which yarn are you hoping for? She was hoping for the pink one, and guess what I got? I did. What I didn't get was the booklet that it usually comes with, but I am going to contact customer service and see if they can help me out, because I really wanted to actually knit the pattern. It looked really it looked like a fun knit, but having said that, the crochet pattern actually looked like fun crochet pattern as well, so who knows, I might go either way.
This might be a late reaction, but I was not hoping on the pink. I just didn't want brown. I didn't want the pink either. I wanted none.
If it had been purple, she would have been so happy. She does not like it. In all honesty, we both do not like pink that much. I don't like prawn chips chips either, but she's throwing them at me anyway. But I actually do like the color a lot more than I thought I would, so we'll see. I might actually find something else to work up with. So far, I guess the December box was the one that I actually was very happy with the yarn I got. I got the cherry one. I've forgotten the name. And I am liking the gilded now that I've seen it a couple of times, because every time I open, I have a big box where I put the hand-dyed yarns in that I received or that I bought, waiting for a project to work on. I've got a sweater quantity of green yarn that will one day be a sweater as well. Waiting there as well, but I've bought my first crate at the end of September, I think. Yeah, and that was the Tapenade. And then I got the olive, which are colors my father loved, but me not so much. And then I got the gilded, and then I got the cherry, and this one, and I forgot to look at the colorway actually, so let me look that up. So of course, Villana Ambient Worsted Dawn Blush. And in this lighting, it has a lot, it looks a lot more orange than it is. And I'm actually enjoying feeling it. The other, I'm sorry, I have to put it back in. It's gonna go upstairs together with Wonder. I'm being bombarded. Well, I cannot say bombarded. I'm being chips. Being, I don't know. I'm sorry about moving around a lot. That's also something I do a lot, apparently. I didn't know. Sorry.
She has OCD.
I do not have OCD. I have a lot of stuff, but that one I do not have. The other yarn that I received this week is Jeans Bumbo, from a Danish website. They have a Dutch version of the website, which is called hobby.nl. And when I applied to be a test knitter for Knits Please, sorry, I decided to just go ahead and order a sweater quantity of yarn already, thinking that that would be a very good idea, because she did specify what type of yarn she had used for her version of the sweater. And they had two colors left. One was actually a color that fits, that I would like to wear when someone else knits it, because it's black. And this one, and I continue to forget the color name. I should write things down, I'm sorry. You're supposed to be able to knit this up on a size 6mm knitting needle. And I have tried, I've actually swatched with it, which is something I like the word actually a lot, which I've never done before. I generally just start and then halfway through decide to see if it actually swatches up, if the gauge is correct. And so far I've been lucky. but I figured since I'm test knitting this, I should do a gauge test. And as far as I can tell, I'm actually right on the gauge, but I'm not completely sure. I've wet blocked it now, and I will it looks to be the right dimensions, so I am gonna start. But if it turns out that it's not the right dimensions, I will frog it, use it for another project, because I have another pattern which this would be perfect for as well. And I've got new yarn coming in sometime this week that would actually also fit for this test knit. I will be test knitting those on Knit Pro 6mm. I have a scissors inside my ball of yarn. I will be knitting it on 6mm Knit Pro Zings. I have these in 3.75 circular needles as well, and I do enjoy knitting in the round, but this is a flat pattern, so I decided to indulge and buy these as well. I am gonna call it right here because before I get bombarded in more prawn chips. Let me know what you think. If there's anything I should change. If there is anything I could do better, which is probably the whole thing. I would really like to know. I'm definitely going to be looking into a better spot for this because my legs are killing me right now. I just didn't want to sit on my couch and have you look up at me. And this is me looking directly-ish at you. I realize I look away a lot. That is an issue that I am trying to work on. I'm also filming on my iPad, which is definitely not the best camera that I have, although the better camera that I have, I've yet to figure out how to record with. And as soon as I figure that one out, I'll probably start using that. But for now, this is it. I want to thank you for watching, and I will hopefully come back to you next week. Thank you. Bye.